Okay, today I'd like to introduce you our heat pump drying chamber drying machines control panel, how to set the machines as our required. Okay, first of all, this is the home page. You can see the whole machine's status from this interface. You can see here we have three dry mode: the intelligent dry mode, the closed loop dry mode, the thermostat dry mode. Okay, then this is the drying temperature. Because this is just a demonstration panel, so the data is incorrect, just for references only. It's okay. Then this is the drying temperature inside the chamber, the real-time temperature, and this is the set temperature, what temperature we want to dry the material, and this is the humidity, the real-time humidity inside the chamber, and this is the setting humidity we want. Okay, then this part is the running time. So the first one, we can see the actual running stage, which stage is running for the machine now. Then this is the compressor's temperature, and how many times for this section have been run, how many hours, how many minutes, and this is the total time. That means the machines totally have been run for how many hours and how many minutes. This is the running diagram for brief references, and this part is the corresponding running part, which if this part is running at this stage now, then this icon will change to colorful, fresh, dynamic icon, that indicating this part is running now. This is the compressor, the condenser, the dehumidifier fans, the sterilize function, and this sterilize function will be activated if your drying chamber is having this hardware. It's an optional functions. And this is the ventilation fans inside the chamber. This is the external fan. Actually, it's the evaporators fans. And this is the auxiliary heater running status. And this is the winding signal. Okay, and this is for the whole machine's running status, the whole control interface. Okay? And we'll introduce you the setting interface, how we set the actual drying parameters from this interface. First of all, we tap the setting button here. Then first of all, click the black area, then appear. Then we input the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the password for setting. Then we tap the confirm. Okay, here we can see we have 8 sections to be set. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 8. We have different drying sections to meet the different drying demand, because our machine can fit for all kinds of materials to be dried. If our machines to have 8 sections can be set. Okay, first of all, this is the drying mode here. Okay, we can change from different drying mode: the intelligent drying mode, the closed loop drying mode, the thermostat drying mode. Okay, we can choose the closed loop drying mode to demonstrate. After click it, then we click tap the confirm choice. Then you can see the dry mode have been changed to be closed loop now. Okay, the second one is the temperature, the drying temperature inside the chamber. We can choose from 18 to 80 Celsius degrees based on your materials demand. Normally, the starting area, the starting stage, we can set a lower temperature like 45 Celsius degrees. After input it, we tap the confirm button. Okay, you can see the first stage, the temperature had been changed to 45 Celsius degrees. And the third one is the humidity. And the humidity we can choose from 5 to 99% as we want. Also for the beginning stage, we can choose a comparatively higher humidity, like 20%, as we show now. Okay, the humidity has been changed to 20%. Okay, the fourth one is the drying time for this stage only. If we need the first stage to running as 2 hours, then we can choose 2 hours and tap confirm. The drying time has been changed to 2 hours. And the fifth option is the auxiliary heating. This is a additional heating function with the pure heater to help to increase your temperature immediately, much quicker. And of course, turn on this function, it will increase the machine's consumption, of course. And this function is only suggested to turn on for those materials which need the quick temperature increasing, or in the very extremely cold area. If your working place is very cold, it's extremely cold, then you can turn on this function. And in this machine, we can have three status to choose. The first one is half on. That means half of the auxiliary heater will be turned on, and all on means all the heater will turn on. And off, that means we don't turn on this function. Here we show demonstrate as all turn on, then confirm choose. We can see the option have been changed to all on. Okay, the 6th and the 7th setting is the dehumidifies fans running time, and both of them are the minute. Here we can see the dehumidifier fans will run for 8 minutes and pause for 5 minutes. As usual, we can set the dehumidifier fans as running to be 5 minutes and pause for 10 minutes for the beginning stage. Okay, here we can see the stage 1 has been all setting finished. And if we need to set all the other stage setting, will be the same principle as your based on your experiences and our drawing suggestions to turn on it, how to set all the parameters for your materials. Okay, then if for the simple materials, we only need to set like 1, 2, stage 1, 2, 3. Then we can, and here we can see the drying time only for the section 1 and section 2. The drying time is 2 hours and 16 hours, and others are the balance stages to be 0. That means the machine will only run the stage 1 and stage 2 only. For the other stages, it's unavailable. If we want the stage 3 to be activated, we can input the actual running time, like 5 hours. Then this time, the machine will run stage 1, 2, 3 only, because only these 3 sections have running time here, and balance to be 0. And if your dry material will need very precise detail control, then we can add in like we can use more sections to control the machine to have a perfect dry result. So all the drying parameters can be set like you want as your request. Okay, then here we can see the graph. Actually, it's the preset process. So if you want a simple setting for each materials, you are very fixed to dry, like you only need to dry apple, orange, and banana, for example. Then we can set the process 1 to accordingly to the apple, and process 2 accordingly to the orange, and the process 3 accordingly to your banana drying. Then after setting this preset process here, then every time we don't need to set in detail, just to call out your preset process again, which we set before. Then it's much easier for you to finish the whole setting, then start to dry to save your time. Okay. In here, we can see this part. This is the preset process setting. We have 4 groups totally can be preset based on, like I said, for example, the process 1 for the apple, the process 2 for the orange, the process 3 for the banana, and process 4 for other materials. So our machines can have 4 group memory of the preset process. This part is sterilize function. If your machine can have the ozone sterilized hardware supporting, then we can, this is just the machine has detected we don't have the ozone function, so this button is not available. It's an optional function. If we have the ozone function, then we can choose to turn on or turn off for each sections to have the sterilize function, also based on your drying demand. And this button is the reset button. If you want your machine to run in again from the very beginning of your setting, then we can tap this button, then the machine will go back to the very beginning to run again of your drying settings. Then this is all for the drying parameter setting from this setting interface. And our engineer also can give you our drying suggestions based on our experiences. And the perfect drying settings will not only should be set based on our suggestions, as well as your real testing locally with your materials. And after some times of the test, we can work out a perfect drying settings only suitable for your drying demand. For the third button on top of the control panel is the inquiry button. We tap this button, then we can see the whole machines running data. This data is for the professional technicians and our manufacturer to check the machine's running status. If your machine have any problems or any doubt of the machine's running status, the running conditions, we can click this inquiry to see all the data change, how each part of the data, because our machine will have many answers for each part, and also our machine will collect this data to report to the professional technicians and the manufacturer how the machine is working now, and if any problems, any failure, or any doubt about the machine, we can check from this inquiry each data to check the machine's status. Then our engineer or the technician will know the machines better. Then we can give you, we can judge if the machine is having the problems or other questions. Then we can give you a suggestion if the machine will need maintenance or need to repair. So as you can see, if the machine is not working good, then our engineer will ask you to take a picture or take a video of this inquiry interface to give us very good references. And for the fourth button on top of the control panel is the system, the whole machine's background parameter setting. It's a professional platform for the technicians and for the manufacturer to set. And our manufacturer, the machine will be well setting all the data, all the parameters of the background control before the machine's delivery. So we strongly suggest you not to enter this system setting interface to avoid the machine's working abnormal, the disorder of the machine, or even failure of the whole heat pump system. Unless we will give you the permission to change it if really needed. And for the fifth button is the Wi-Fi control button, and we will give you a special Wi-Fi connection file, guidance files with individual files. Okay, go back. Then the sixth button is the guide button. Here we can have a brief understanding of different drying mode of the machine, and we also have a detailed explanation files for the different mode, how to choose it for different drying demands. Okay, go back. Okay, then after we have been setting all the parameters for the machines, then we can start to dry with tapping this start button. Click confirm to start. Okay, now the machine is running, and you can see the first one, because it's a demonstration video, demonstration panel, so it's not the real control panel, so this is only for the demonstration. And just now you can see the airflow has been running, and the first stage is the closed loop running mode, and this is resetting temperature and resetting the humidity we need. Now the machine is showing the protection now, because this control panel is actually don't working with a real drying machines. Okay, then after we want to stop the machine, we tap the off button. Okay, this is all for the drying chambers control panel introduction. If you have any questions, please contact us or read your user's manual in detail. Thank you.